I gotta keep myself in check sometimes, 'cause I tend to dream real big sometimes. The fancy outfits and the sparkly awards, my name and lights the people lined up at the doors. But I gotta remember to take it one step at a time, 'cause people seem to think that you'll be happier once you reach the top.
Elijah, turn your arm down. Put your arm down. Lower, lower. There you go. You can put your arm around mom if you want to. There you go. Aww, the boogie. Hey. Oh, mom's got a stash of those puppy things.
No, I got the Pinxit.
How did I get into photography? When I was 12, I asked for a camera for Christmas. And I thought I was gonna get a Polaroid. Hi, Dad. He bought me a Pentax K1000 with 6 lenses, triggers, filters, battery packs. It was a box this big, full of stuff. And I remember him pulling me, it was on Christmas morning, I remember him pulling me to the side and telling me I only got one present, but it was a big one. And it was my camera. And I was like, okay, not what I was expecting, but he gave me a book and I read the book from cover to cover and jumped in it with like diving off a cliff. And my family will tell you stories of me taking pictures of feet and pictures of everything and everybody all the time. I took pictures all the time. Photoshop. And so I started editing the pictures, and my husband said that was the first time that he saw me alive at that point. So one day he told me, you need to figure out what you want to be when you grow up. So I went back to school and majored in photography and business and culinary arts. I went to culinary school. And halfway through, my husband said, you're taking too long to figure this out. You want to be a photographer when you grow up? Drop out of culinary school. So I did, and he was right. This will be the only time you catch me on camera telling my husband he was right. And I opened my studio in 2008. And in 2009, I quit my job at AT&T. And I have been doing this ever since. Pinxit was the name that I came up with when I was doing poetry. A friend of mine, Floyd, told me I needed a business name. Why we needed a business name to be poets, I don't know. But he told me I needed a business name. So, and I was doing photography for poets and such. So my business name was Pinxit because it's Latin for she created. So whatever you put it in front of, it means she created that thing. So at the time it was Pinxit Visual Entertainment because I was doing poetry and I was doing photography and it was all things you could see. So when I got serious about photography, I just changed it from visual entertainment to photography because it had been with me for so long and I didn't really want to change it. I like creating, I like being an artist, and even though it's difficult to pronounce, one day I'll have to do a video of all the ways people have pronounced it. That'll be hilarious. But it's always been a good representation of how I look at art. It's not as vanilla. It's kind of different and kind of eclectic, and I think that it suits. I've been a jack of a lot of passions for a very long time. I have done photography, I've done painting, I've done poetry, I've done any number of things. And I've always been passable at a lot of things. But the thing that you would do for free is probably the thing you should try to turn into a professional career. Because in the opening years, you're probably going to do it for free anyway, or really close to free. I did photography for free for 15 years. And it never occurred to me in all of that time that somebody would pay me to do this for a living. But when you are passionate about something, there is a tangible difference between a passion and a talent and a skill. And a skill is a learned trait. The best skills in life are the ones that you turn from talent into skill. And it's so much easier to put in the work and the time and the energy and the effort into something when you're passionate about it. Talent, who I don't even remember, Will Smith said this once, talent will fail you at some given point. A skill is a talent that has been sharpened and honed and worked until it has it's the strongest thing in your body. It is honed until it is the most perfectly suited weapon to do what you need to do. A passion is the easiest way to get to a skill, in my opinion, because when you love it, it's not quite as much work. And even when it becomes work, you're happy to do it because you want to be the best at what you do. I want to be the absolute best at what I do at all times. And I will be. I will always be. Watch out.
You'll have it all I'm living for right now. 'Cause what if tomorrow never comes? I'm not waiting.